Hey guys, nobody's in here yet. I said, you know what? I gotta go live like now because I remember last time I went live, somebody reported me. I didn't do anything, but I guess I have a little hater and they reported me. So I'm going, let me go live now. I just got home from an event and I said, let me try to catch some of you guys. Hey, hey Sebastian, hey Nikki. How y'all doing? I know it's like 1:30 a.m. In New York City. I don't know what time it is where y'all are at, but I was like, let me get on here and see who is on here late at night. It's Labor Day weekend, so a lot of people are hanging out, they're doing cookouts, they partying. I went to Manhattan tonight. I was down near Times Square area. It's crazy. A lot of military people. So, but it's a good weekend. I was off this week, so all I did was sleep, eat, hang out, relax. But I'm gonna see if any more people are gonna chime in. I want to talk about the little test that narcissists do to us to see if we're a good candidate for their bullshit. Let's see, what's this new whole potentially inappropriate messages? Oh, okay. I guess so. Turn that on. Hey, Sebastian and Nikki, y'all have any questions for me so we can just start chatting before more people come in? Hopefully, more people will come in. If not, I'm going to just have to get off this live thing. I'm sure some people will pop up. But if y'all have any questions for me, I'm willing to answer right now. So make your move. All right, I'm just going to start talking because I feel like I'm talking to myself, but it's okay. So I want to talk about the patterns and tests that narcissists do when they first meet you to see if you're full, if they can actually get supply from you. And I feel like that's really important because in the beginning, when you meet somebody, you're not really going to be expecting people, how can I say, you're not going to really be expecting tests to be thrown at you. You're not really going to be um you're not in a testing mood. You're not going to be thinking about testing anybody. And this is something that I noticed that narcissists do right in the beginning when they meet you. They're going to test you. They have to find out what can they get for you, what kind of supply, what category they can put you in. Can I get money from this person? Can I get energy? Can I get sex from this person? So they're going to run these little tests on you. And this rung a bell to me because I was hanging out with this acquaintance this week. I'm not drinking, but I don't know if you can see it. It says Rose Mansion. I went to this place called Rose Mansion tonight, and it's like a event tour where you go to different rooms and you find out different history of different wines, and they pour you wine to each room that you go to, and you can take photos. So if you're in New York City, and you're looking for a very interesting event to go to, it's $40, but it's worth it. You get wine, you get a souvenir with it, you meet great people, and so you're just getting tipsy and you go into different rooms and you're learning about wine and you're taking photos. It's really cute. It's a good girls' date. Or, you could take a woman, go on a date or whatever, gay, straight, whatever. You will enjoy it. Um, so I was hanging out with this girl this week on Monday, and her and I were not really friends. I consider her an acquaintance. I'm not quite sure if she considers me a friend because we never really had a discussion. But for me to call you a friend, especially after everything that I've been through concerning narcissists, I don't just go around calling any old body my friend. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story, and y'all kind of tell me, do you think that maybe she could be a narcissist? Um, even if she's not a narc, I would definitely say that she has insecurities and she possibly has a spirit of envy on her, definitely. And I noticed this because of the patterns. Everyone has patterns, and this is something that you have now that you've suffered narcissistic abuse. You definitely have to pay attention to human behavior. Everybody works in patterns. Patterns meaning, every morning you may wake up and, you do your stretches, you go brush your teeth, you have a routine, you have a habit. This is how, when you develop in relationships with somebody, you know what, today so and so is late. They're not usually late. They're usually here at 9:05, but today it's 9:15. So this is human behavior. We need to pay attention to that. And I noticed that ever since I suffered with narcissistic abuse, I'm paying attention to patterns. Um, my phone is ringing. I'm paying attention to patterns. I'm paying attention to behavior and everything like that, because the narcissists have patterns. They do the same shit over and over again. Okay. So once you get that down pat, you can kind of, how can I say, you can kind of tell if somebody's a narcissist or not. So anyway, back to this girl. So this girl, we ended up, actually, okay, let me start back. Sunday was her birthday dinner, which I attended. So I attended her birthday dinner, and it was kind of weird to me. Like, I got to her birthday dinner, and it wasn't really anyone there. It was her two best friends and her mom. And then I walk in, I'm looking like, where's all her friends? And it was strange to me, because I always thought that this girl had a lot of friends. So that's another red flag, but whatever. I supported her. I went to her birthday dinner. I actually had a great time. So the next day, which was Monday, I was like, oh, I'm off tomorrow. You know what? If it's going to be nice, I think I'll go to the beach. So she was just like, oh, can I go with you? Now, I'm not a person that like just invites myself to just any old thing. But, you know, people tend to do that to me because I'm always going places. So I kind of let it slide sometimes, depending on if I really want to spend time alone, or if, I don't mind a friend going. So I was just like, yeah, you can come to the beach with me if you want to. So Monday comes, I wake up, and I mean, this could have been a sign, 'cause I'm a person who believes in signs and symbols from God and stuff like that. I wake up and my stomach is jacked up. That's all I'm going to say. My stomach was jacked up. I couldn't eat or drink anything. So I was like, dang, I don't think I should go to the beach because my stomach was messed up. But I'm not thinking like maybe God has given me, a sign about her. I'm thinking God has just given me a sign like, Angie, don't go to the beach today. So I contacted the girl, and I kind of felt bad because I think she was looking forward, to having a beach day. So I contacted her and I said, listen, I don't want to go to the beach, and I'm on the beach and I'm having to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. So I was like, why don't we just go to the spa? It's clean. They have a pool. They got hot tub, jacuzzi. They have all these different things. They have saunas. The bathroom will be right there just in case anything happens to me. And she was just like, oh, okay, great. Sure, let's go, to the spa. And we went to the spa. So when we get to the spa, now this is where it's getting to the point, okay? When we get to the spa, we're in the pool. Now, when I'm thinking of the spa, I'm thinking of positivity. I just want to go and relax. I don't want to hear no drama. I don't want to, hear no crap. So we're in the pool. I'm thinking we're just gonna have regular girl talk, and this is what I'm talking about: the narcissistic test. Narcissists will run a series of tests on you to see what makes you jealous, to see what makes you happy, to see what makes you mad. They're running tests, okay? And how they do this, they will say things to you to pick at your emotions, okay? And they're computing all of this. Remember when I said narcissists have highly sophisticated demons in them. So they're computing all of this. When I say this person looks bothered. When I say that, this person doesn't look bothered. Okay. And they jot all this down. This is from the time they lay their eyes on you. They have been testing you, they have been analyzing you, watching your behavior. But you, the empath, the healthy person, you don't go into friendships or relationships testing people, seeing what ticks them off, seeing what makes them happy. You may want to do things to make them happy, but you're not testing what can I get away with on this person? What can I do to this person? So anyway, let's go back to the story with the girl. So we're in the pool, I'm relaxing, I'm just floating around or whatever. And she says to me, I'm gonna make up a name. Let's say Dave. So she says to me, "Oh, Angie, guess who hit me up?" And I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Dave." And I'm like, "Dave?" Keep in mind, I met this girl about 10 years ago, excuse me, in medical assistant school. And I met Dave at the same time when I met her. So when she says, Dave hit me up, I was like, why would Dave be hitting you up? So I'm thinking back to, oh, okay, it's making sense in my head. I'm going over this. Oh, we all went to the same medical assistant school. I remember he was like kind of talking to her and talking to me at the same time. Talking means like, getting to know somebody, basically. And she said, "Oh, Dave contacted me." Now keep in mind, I dated Dave back in 2009, and then I dated Dave again from 2014 to 2015. So I said, "Oh, you mean my ex-boyfriend, Dave?" And she was like, "Oh, I never knew you dated Dave." And I'm in my head like, how does she remember Dave? She's kept in touch with Dave all these years, but she doesn't know that Dave was my ex. When we met, I was dealing with Dave. So she was like, "Oh no, I never knew that y'all were actually in a relationship." So she starts now. If once you find one, I'm in my head thinking, once I just told this girl, Dave is my ex-boyfriend, he's not just a guy I was talking to or whatever the case is. That's when I felt like the conversation should have shut down. Because why? Most people aren't friends, or they don't like their exes. Now I don't hate my ex Dave, but I damn sure don't want to talk about him while I'm sitting in the pool at the spa. And she continued on, and I said, wow, this rung a bell in my head, because I'm thinking back to the other narcissists, female friends that I had, and they used to do petty shit like this before. And I'm in my head like, this is starting to remind me of when I would deal with narcissistic females. They always use the opposite sex, okay? If you're gay or whatever, y'all both like girls, they're going to use other females. Or you're a man, they're going to use other males or other females, whatever it is. So I said, wow, this seems familiar to me. Remember, I'm picking up patterns now that I have been narcissistically abused. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever you do, Angie, don't show emotion. Don't show the narcissist any kind of emotion, because keep in mind, they're recording your emotions. They're recording what can tick you off. Now, if you happen to get upset, then they'll say, I got her, or I got him. That pisses him off. And they're going to continue to use that against you. So try, when you're around people and they're being petty and they're bringing up certain things, kind of try to hold your emotions back. Yes, we're all humans. Sometimes we will, how can I say, we will, explode at certain things. But something inside me said, hold up, don't even show this woman any type of emotion. So I said to her, well, listen, I don't know what's going on between you and Dave, but I haven't spoken to Dave since we broke up in 2015. He is a very toxic person. I said, well, did you meet his mom? She said no. So I proceeded to tell his mother was narcissistic. I actually did a video about his mom and him on my channel. So I think it's called Dating Someone with a Narcissistic Mom. You can go check that video out. It's an interesting story. So I haven't spoken to him since I broke up with him. So she proceeds to say, oh, he told me he's coming to New York, because my ex lives in Iowa. So he told me he's coming to New York and he wants to see me. Now, at this point, me personally, if my friend told me this guy is her ex, I'm not going to proceed to tell her anything else. And it became a tit for tat. It was just like, well, he told me that, he's going to be in New York next week and he wants to link up with me. And, that he's always had a thing for me. And I'm looking at this girl like, if she is narcissistic, she's one dumb narcissist. That's what I was thinking in my head. I mean, if she was just going on and on and on, telling me what my ex is telling her, how he's so into her. So I said, wow, he's still playing from the same playbook, I see. Because the same things that you're repeating that he said to you are the same things that he said to me to get me. And she just had a blank stare. And it reminded me, and I said, damn, could this girl really be narcissistic? And then I started to think back to her behavior at her birthday dinner with her mom. And I noticed, like, she had a strained it seemed like a weird relationship with her mother. And I was just like, they don't seem close at all. She doesn't have any friends. There was no dad present. There was no other relatives. Her mom actually invited one of her female friends and sat like towards the end of the table. Keep in mind, this is her birthday dinner. So I'm computing all this in my mind, because this is how my mind works now, being that I've been around so many narcissists. I pay attention to people's relationships with their parents, because that will tell you about anything and everything about a person. How a person was raised will tell you who they are. Okay, forget about their exes and stop stalking their exes and their baby mothers and their ex-husbands and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. Find out how people were raised. When you're building a friendship or a business ship or a romantic relationship, the first thing you need to do, find out how they were raised, where they were raised, meet their friends, meet their family, because that's going to tell you a lot. So I'm computing all this in my mind, and I'm like, damn, can this girl really be, maybe she's a covert narc, because she just had all of like the signs of a covert narc to me. And I was just like, damn, this chick really may be a covert narc. So I'm listening to her and going back to her talking about my ex. And she's just going on and on. Yeah, he said that he would be with me. He would take care of me and my son, that we should move to Iowa. And I'm in my head like, why is she continuing still talking about my ex? Now, I had to keep my face together, my expressions together, and I actually had to. Sometimes you have to use the narc's weapons against them. Okay, so you don't really have to, stoop to their level in a sense, but you can't let them see, even if they are getting the best of you. Never let the narc see you sweat. So, you know what I said to her? Y'all may laugh about this, but I said to her, I said, look, I said, you know what? The sex is good, so enjoy it. But make sure you use a condom, okay? Because he's very fertile. And she just looked at, she had a blank stare. She had that narc blank stare. Like, just, now, if I was her, I would have said, you know what, girl? That's your ex. I don't want no parts of it. Me and you, I consider you an associate, or I consider you a friend. I don't want no part. I didn't know that, Dave. I'm not going to touch that. Okay? Now, keep in mind, this girl claims to have a boyfriend. So I'm like, why is she entertaining my ex if she's been with her boyfriend for, she says, I think 3 years or something like that? So, oh my gosh, all this time, I met this girl 10 years ago in medical assistant school. We've never had a close net relationship. But sometimes these narcs will linger for years and years and years, okay? And they're watching you, and you got to understand, narcs, most of these narcs, they admire you, and this is why they're around you. Okay, so just because they haven't attacked when they first met you doesn't mean that they're not going to linger around for years and get to know you and get some type of supply from you or anything like that. Okay, so what y'all think? Y'all think she's a narc? Do you think she's a covert narc? I know it's not a lot of you. I think it's like 9 people watching me right now, but I'm sure that y'all will watch this in the morning. And I want to ask y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section, because honestly, what she did, one, shows she's not loyal. She has broken all the girl codes that's unwritten. Okay. And I really felt that was a definite narc test. Okay, sometimes you have tests that narcissists do they're testing you to see what pushes your buttons, and then sometimes they'll just say things and do things to hurt you. Okay, so it was either she was testing me, or it was she wanted to place hurt on me. Okay, sometimes narcissists just do things to project whatever pain that they're feeling. They want to put it on you, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna hurt her today. What'd you say? A non-bright wolf. I like that. I like that, Sebastian. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really thinking she is a narc. I'm thinking she's a covert narc. Like the bad relationship with the mom. Her mom gave me this weird vibe. Like her mom kept staring at me the whole birthday dinner, like just looking at me. I was just like, why is this woman looking at me like this? It was just so creepy. But I think that was just her little narc test, and she had no expression. That's the scary thing, and that's what those narc, they don't have no expression. Her face was like stone. Like stone. She didn't blink, she didn't flinch, nothing. Yeah, that behavior is common. But when you've been around a lot of narcs, a lot of toxic people, you get mom staring at you, but the energy in the aura is just different. Like, there's a difference between somebody staring at you and then somebody staring into your soul. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it was just weird. Like when a narc watches you, it's a different kind of watching, a different kind of staring than when you have by somebody else who's just admiring you or who's attracted to you. Narcissists have a different aura about them. It's just, it's more creepy. It's more, you literally feel it piercing in your soul. You get what I'm trying to say? Kind of like when they say it's just like the Scorpio stare almost. You feel those eyes piercing your soul. But I picked up on the bad relationship or the weird relationship between her and her mom, pretty much. What did I say? Yeah, I find that so creepy too. I was just about to say that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I can't explain it. It's like, I'm sure y'all felt it before. It's just a different stare. But yeah, like she had no expression when she was talking about my ex. And I just found that so weird. If it was any other female that I know, they would have been like, you know what, Angie, he's your ex. I'm not even going to entertain him. Like, if it was me, I would have said, listen, that's your ex. I'm not even going there. I'm sorry I brung it up. I'm sorry I even mentioned it. I just wouldn't go there. But even if she's not a narcissist, I definitely do not trust her. I cannot be friends with a woman that can't be trusted around any men in my life. So if you're willing to take up my seconds, you're gonna be willing one day to take up my first. You feel me? Like, I can't trust her. She seems sweet on the surface, but all covert narcs seem very sweet on the surface. Okay, so I don't know about that one. I really honestly think it's a possibility that she can be a narc. But anybody have any questions? Because I can't believe I've been talking for 26 minutes, but I had to get that story out. But I really want y'all to pay attention to patterns in human behavior, and people just throwing out, inappropriate questions, things to get under your skin. For this is either a narc or this is somebody who is toxic or jealous of you. A healthy person is not going to do shit like that. Okay, they're just not going to do that. And every narc that I had in my life, they did that. They'll belittle you. They'll nitpick at you, they'll tease you, they'll take information that you've given to them and use it against you. It could be the smallest thing, it can be the greatest thing, but these are just those narcissistic tests that they're doing. Okay, I know this is her weak spot. I know this will piss him off if I say that. And they keep building this up just to hurt you. Anything they think will piss you off or make you jealous or hurt you, they're going to use it against you. And they're going to keep you in this state of mind all the time, constantly. Have you ever been tested by when the narc disappears? What do you mean? And they see how long you could say nothing. What do you mean? Have I ever been tested by a narc when they disappear? Oh, you mean like when they disappear, like when they do their little disappearing acts? Oh yeah, I've had that a lot of times with narcissists. I've had when they go ghost on you. Oh yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. Back in the day, I would fall for that all the time with my ex narc best friend. I'm laughing because it's so funny how it worked so much on me. But then through time, he would leave like 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. And eventually I didn't care anymore. Because it's like almost the narc that trained you to kind of live without them. So eventually, well, let me tell you why he would leave. Okay, so he would leave because I've always, no matter the relationships that I've been in or friendships I've been in with narcs, I was always rebellious. I always fought back. I always argued back. It was never okay, yes. No, it was more like I fought, or argued, and then I submitted. Okay, so that's the reason why I think I'm where I'm at today, because eventually I crawled out that well, okay, of narcissism. I crawled out of it. I got away from them because eventually, I didn't want to be abused anymore. Okay, you grow a backbone. So with my ex-narc best friend, he did that all the time. I would call him. He would disappear. He wouldn't answer my calls. He wouldn't answer my texts. He would. Oh, they love to disappear. They'll disappear on social media, and then next thing you know, they'll pop up. And then when he was ready to talk to me again, he will call my phone 22 times, 30 times, and he will call until I answer. So I think he did that a lot. He disappeared a lot because I was always rebellious, meaning I wasn't just gonna lay down and just let him have his way, pretty much. So I will argue back, I will fight back, I will say no, I misbehave. So that was always my punishment. So he would disappear for 5 days, I think the most he ever disappeared was like 3 weeks. And I even heard ASSC Direct. You can check out his channel if you never check out his channel. He was talking about that the other day. When they disappear, when the narcs disappear, and this is me quoting ASSC Direct. So I want nobody saying, "Oh, but he said that." Oh, well, I'm repeating what he said. He said also they disappear because they need the breaks in between the disappearing acts, because when they disappear, one is teaching you a lesson, is making you go insane, which is true, because I used to be up at night like, why won't he talk to me? What did I do? I'll be crying, going crazy, all of that. I'm sure all of you have been through that before as well. But he said, oh, ASC Direct said, well, his name is Quinn. Quinn said, they're doing shady shit the whole entire time. So they setting up new friends, they setting up new lovers, and they'll go, and for 2-3 weeks, they're being, having their little rendezvous with their side piece, and then they come back to you, and y'all are okay, y'all are in bliss. And then they'll leave you again and run back to that man or that woman. So in between this time, it kind of gives them time to do what they're doing. So whenever a narc gets silent, don't let them come back. If you're still dealing with narcs and they get silent and they disappear, and then you go to their social media and you don't see no posts, because narcs love being on social media, and you don't see any posts, don't let them back in your life. And all of my ex narc lovers did that. They'll disappear. They'll make up something, make up an argument, say I did something, and disappear for weeks, and then come back, and you'll ask them, well, what did I do? What happened? Nothing. My ex-narc best friend, I will always confront him. What did I do? Why were you mad? Why you didn't talk to me for 2-3 weeks? Tell me what's up. Can we talk? And because you are an empath, because you are a genuine person, you want to work shit out. You want to figure things out, and they know that. When you stop trying to figure things out, that's when they know it's over. That's how they're able to walk away so fast, because they're watching your behavior. My ex-narc best friend used to say to me all the time, you're not arguing back anymore. You don't love me anymore. It wasn't that I didn't love him anymore. What he was saying was, oh, I don't have you trained anymore. You're not my slave anymore. Okay, I got to get you back on track. They know your patterns. They know what you do. Oh, if I say I don't have any money, she'll pay for me, or he'll pay for me. But then this time they'll say, I don't have any money. And then you'll say, oh, okay, sorry, I guess I'll go by myself. That's how they know, because they've been watching you and they've been training you. basically like a dog. They've been training you like a dog all this time, and then once you become disobedient, that's when they disappear on you, or that's when they replace you and get rid of you, because they know, you know what, she's untrainable, he's untrainable now. They're not going to be submissive anymore. So they move on to the next victim. That's how they do it, pretty much. Hopefully I answered your question. Okay, I've been talking for 35 minutes. Usually, I thought more people would be up. I'm such a night owl. But before I chime off, you're so welcome. Thanks for hanging in there. I can't believe I talked this long, but I really just wanted to get on here and just tell y'all about these narc tests and these patterns. Pay attention to patterns. Everything's done in a pattern. Pattern is also like a habit, and you have to break them. And I think this is why narcissism works so well on humans, well, of course humans, but works so well on genuine people, because after a while, we're just so used to it. We go through the routine. We're good. The argument, the abuse, they disappear. We run after them. We let them come back. We're good. The argument, the abuse, and it keeps going and going and going and going. And once you keep doing something over and over, you're just getting used to it. And after that, you just want to keep them calm. Another thing I heard, hey, Strange Fruit. Oh, was you in here all this time? You welcome. And my energy, I know, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's funny, my coworkers are like, we like you because you're just so bubbly. I'm not always like this. I'm just like this because I'm in a good mood. And you know, I'm well rested pretty much. But another thing, that Quinn ASSC Direct was talking about, and I've been wanting to talk about it, but I'm like, you know what, let me chime in now, is when you're hanging out with a narcissist, it's almost as if, and it's funny because I was hanging out with a female friend tonight. So I did hear Quinn say this, but something that clicked. A friend of mine and we were hanging out tonight, and we were talking about a friend we had, a friend we used to have, a mutual friend we used to have. I don't hang out with that girl no more because she's toxic. But anyway, she said, you know what I noticed? She's like, I'll be hanging out, let's call the girl Donna. She's like, I'll be hanging out with Donna, and 2 hours into us hanging out, and most of the time her and Donna will go to like a bar or a restaurant or like a lounge or something like that, you know, for drinks after work, happy hour. And she said, it's the weirdest thing. I'll be hanging out with Donna, and 2 hours in is great. Everything is perfect. But then all of a sudden, on that third hour, all hell breaks loose. She starts acting crazy. And I was like, damn, maybe that's why I left Donna alone a long time ago. Maybe Donna's a narc. And this is how it is with a narc. And this is something I noticed. Those spirits, those demons, whatever you want to call it, in these narcissists, they cannot stay calm for too long. Okay, they can't stand to be in your calm, your spiritual, your peaceful, being around your peaceful spirit. They can't. They need to be turned up. They need to be around light spirits. So that means they need to be around darkness as well. So yeah, they need your energy, but they have to have a place where they release. Okay, this is why they love to be around people. You know, they need that energy. They're filled with darkness. They're filled with sadness. So they need that energy. This is why they're draining you. Okay, but they can't be in those demons. They can't be sitting in church and being calm, or just having a nice night where they're just eating dinner and drinking wine, or just a regular night of Netflix. No, all that peaceful calmness. No, 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 no. Those demons need to be fed, and they always need excitement, and they need chaos. Okay, there's a chaotic spirits. Okay, and it's very true. And she said, I don't understand. I don't think my friend really knows about narcissism like that, or spiritual um um warfare, things that things like that. But I said to her, I said, yeah, that girl Donna, I told you, she's very toxic. And, it was kind of weird because all three of us used to hang out. And I just didn't want to tell her, like, look, I don't think you should be Donna's friend because she's a narcissist. And I didn't want to get in. I said, you know what? If God wants to, allow my friend to see who Donna really is, she will see that one day. And she's starting to see that. So she said it's been about, a couple of months, not months, maybe like 2 months or so that she hasn't heard from Donna or spoken to Donna. And she said, you know what, I feel like it's less drama because every time I'm with Donna, 2 hours into us hanging out, she goes crazy. She starts some type of chaos, even in public. She gets drunk. She wants to curse someone out. She's negative. She's like, I don't understand it. And that's how these toxic, narcissistic, or demons work. So many people do not believe in the spiritual. Yeah, they don't believe in the spiritual warfare. It's the only way I can explain it to you because that is exactly how I see it and how I experienced it. It's much more than just psychology. I get a lot of people who come on here like, you don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? And the narcissist, this. They want to tell me book by book. But let me tell you something. No, 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 no. Yes, it is. I believe it is a dark spirit that impacts your psyche, basically. Okay, so it's not just something's wrong with their brain. No, it is entities that are controlling the body, okay, and the mind. So yeah, that's it pretty much. I'm gonna get off. It's 42 minutes. But I thank everyone who chimed in. I'm sure everyone is gonna be watching this when they wake up. They probably knocked out right now in their bed. But thank you so much, Sebastian, Strange Fruit, and I believe there was somebody up there, Lori. Thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, so I just want y'all to pay attention to patterns, human behavior, people testing you, and definitely the behavior. When people can't stay peaceful, you should be. Thank you. Have a great night, guys. You should be able to hang out with people and it just be peaceful, just be boring, and just be in silence. And that's something that the narcs cannot do. All right, so I'm gonna get off. Y'all enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and I will continue to make more videos. Sorry I disappeared for a while, but I kind of needed a break from YouTube. August was such a crazy month, but I will definitely do more videos soon. All right, guys. Good morning and good night. Talk to you soon.